Hello little taters, it's Douy, and this video today is going to be about one of the most annoying things I'm currently finding in Black Ops 2, and that is the people that are boosting. In this game you'll see the guy on screen now boosting with his friend with the riot shield in this game, and then in another game on Hijacked where they boost. This guy was actually playing normally for like the first half of this game, and then after the second half started his friend must have joined and they just started boosting together back here. He didn't boost too long in this game because people found him, and then in Hijacked he didn't boost that much because people found him, and then eventually he got kicked. So in this video I'm going to talk about 4 ways I think Infinity Ward and Treyarch could possibly try and combat boosting. First of all would be to remove tac inserts completely from the game, but again this wouldn't be very popular because there are people out there who use tac inserts for genuine reasons, and game types like hardpoint and demolition is very to tac insert near the objective, so if you die you don't spawn on the other side of the map. One thing they could do would be to implement a spawn timer if you die too quickly after placing your tac insert. So for example, if you die within 2 seconds of placing your tac insert, you have a 10-second spawn timer. And that would just make boosting a lot more annoying because it would mean they'd have to wait and their boosting buddies spawning. And there was me finding them and the guy shot me. The one of the annoying things about hardcore is that really, but then again in the other game he got kicked. So the other thing they could do would be to implement bans. As people know, in Black Ops 2 you get probation if you rage quit too many games. I know I've had it once because Finner decided to jump in front of my bullets and get me kicked. If you leave too many games within a short space of time, so maybe they can implement something like that for if you've been reported for boosting, so you can't play the game for 24 hours and for a first offence, then 48 hours a week, then just like a permaban. But again, this isn't going to be too much of a reality because on PS3 online's free, so all they can do is make a new account. Xbox, all they do is make a new account and then pay for live. So it is actually quite hard for Treyarch and Infinity Ward to do things to stop the people boosting. Third of all, they could just completely remove all the people that have been found guilty of boosting from the leaderboards, because a lot of them do it to appear on leaderboards for highest kills, highest score per minute, stuff like that. So if you remove them from the leaderboard, reset their stats, stuff like that. What was rumoured to have been happening in Modern Warfare 3 was that they were removing all the kills of that the boosters had, but leaving the deaths. So say they had 20,000 kills, 10,000 deaths, they would be reset back to level 1, no prestige, but they'd still have 10,000 deaths but no kills, which would mean they'd have to get 10,000 kills without dying once to go back to a 1 KD. The only thing with that would be that would maybe encourage them to boost more because they'd have to get the kills back. So it's quite, as you can see, it's quite a tricky one to manage. Maybe similar to the bans one, they could have, say, a period of time where they can't unlock anything, any new camos, any new attachments, any new perks, stuff like that for boosting. You can maybe say if you've been found guilty of boosting, you can't unlock anything for any camos or the like for a week, and I mean a lot of people do boosting for camos on the guns. You can see a lot of people boosting headshots and one-shot kills with the shotguns and stuff to get the camos, especially when they're playing hardcore. A lot of them play it and they'll just camp with the worst guns and just pack insert, get the headshots that they need to get the gold camo. The one that I think would be the best and the easiest way to go about it, but it would also kind of seem like they're not, it would seem like they're supporting boosters, would be bring back third-person cage match that was in Modern Warfare 2. That was a 1v1, and pretty much they had it in Modern Warfare 3 where there was a 1v1 map as well. But again, this wouldn't really affect anyone else. That's the only thing that annoys me about boosters, and it probably annoys most people that come across them, is that it affects other people in the team. For example, the guy boosting here got an EMP from shooting the guy tac inserting, which affected the other team for a minute. And they also had one guy that wasn't doing anything to get the objective when they were losing, whilst we had this guy sitting in the boat waiting on his guy to spawn and boost and die. So if you bring back third person cage match, and what I'd like that they done in Modern Warfare 2 was that I think the kill limit was 20, so you couldn't boost it to get nukes. So maybe if it was on, say, Modern Warfare 3, the kill limit was still 20, you couldn't boost to get Moabs. Stuff like that would just make it so that they can't boost to get everything in the game, but they can boost to get some things like camos and stuff, because let's be honest, camos don't affect the way your gun works at all. All it does is make it more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, they would unlock attachments and stuff, but you're going to unlock attachments and guns and weapons and perks and equipment as you go anyway, playing normally. So they're not going to have too much of an advantage over people that are you know, that aren't boosting. Yeah, they'd have high KDs, but, and honestly, does KD really matter? That's kind of one thing I've realised coming back and playing this game after taking like 6 months off playing it, is that KD doesn't matter. This game should all be about having fun and playing with your friends, or playing with other people, meeting new friends in the game, you know, all that cheesy nonsense they want you to believe. Video games are supposed to be fun, they're not supposed to be stressed, you're not supposed to be able to be sitting shouting at your screen. So would it really matter if this guy had like a 4KD and he got it through boosting? To some people it would, yes. Some people would say he doesn't deserve it, which he doesn't. But if he had the 1v1 map, he'd be able to boost without affecting anyone else in the game in the slightest. It'd only affect his friend's KD, but they'd probably like switch boosting around, and he'd boost 20 kills, he'd boost 20 kills, you know, back and forth like that, so that it evens out in the end. Again, as I say, it would be hard for Infinity Ward and Treyarch to implement any of these things. I think the fourth one would be the easiest. It would give the boosters a place to go. Like in Modern Warfare 3, you probably found a lot of boosters in the 1v1. I didn't play it all that much myself. I know in third person cage match that I played, and I did actually boost in it with my friend to get a title once, so I'm a bit of a bad boy. I know in that you did, whenever, like, I did actually queue it a few times just to play it to see what it was like, and like people would, the guy that joined the lobby would be like, hey, do you want to boost, headshots, do you want to boost this? It didn't really bother me, because at the end of the day, if he was letting me boost, I would get a win. I wouldn't boost with anyone that wasn't my friend in it, though. I just thought it was a bit weird to boost headshots like a random guy. So this has come to the end of the video, and the end quote is the best quote I've ever heard and sums up this guy as a whole. Here it is.
I'm sick of this asshole. Get rid of him.